Hey, it's Bruce with Nature Calls and Jaylene, and we are up here at our river property up by Darrington, and we brought up a Keron 4 from Hilleberg, and we're doing some serious glamping with the Keron 4. Now this is not the GT version, this is the non-GT version, but it does have two vestibules. What's kind of cool about that is you can set it up either way, and it's right. So let me lay this out and we'll get started. So the cool thing about this tent not being the GT version is the GT version adds a good 4 feet onto the length. So if you're trying to be self-conscious about the length or you don't have the room, then you don't need the GT version, although the GT version is really nice. And I will put a link right over here to the video of that tent. But this is a Keron 4. It's a black label tent, which means it's the strongest that Hilleberg has to make. It's with the Kerlon 1800. This is the expedition style tent that people take to the Antarctic. Triggers, they have the tent. And they use the bigger DAC poles. These are the 10 millimeter, I'm pretty sure. And you want to make sure everything, all the ferrules go together really nice. But you can actually double pole these tents if the wind's going to be really super strong. However, if it were windy, I would be taking a lot more precautions. I would actually stake out one of the ends wherever the wind, so the wind's coming this way right now. We're oriented so we can look out at the beautiful river. But you would stake this down and you would stake everything down. We don't have a lot of wind. In fact, it's 90 degrees today. And we are moving to a cooler spot. So they have full sleeves. This is again where the Hilleberg company, they think about it. So all the sleeves, you'll be putting your poles in from this side. You pull them all the way down until they sit in the vinyl pocket over there. And you expand it up. And they have little cups over here that you put the pole end in. Then you tighten it down. So here right next to my little puppy, so this is a little cup, so you take the end of the pole and you put it in the little cup, and it's wide enough to put 2 poles in there if you had to. Then you just tighten that up until the cup's flush with the bottom of the tent. And there's 3 poles, and I'm going to put all the rest of the 2 in there and come back in a minute. So now I have that end staked down. I just grab the 2 loops on this end, just lift up, bring it down, and stake it out. So they come with these V stakes, or these V stakes, and they're real nice. Like the MSR stakes, they're super lightweight, and they're very good for most things. They do have like sand and snow that you can get. But let's put her on in. Okay, so it has this little metal ring down here. Pull it tight. Put that in this 45-degree angle, and you put that in all the way down. Then you just tighten down your tent, and there's on each corner. Now the guy lines are the Vectran. It's a 3 millimeter that they use on these on the black label tents. They're very strong, very nice guy out points. You can put it whatever angle, so if the wind's moving, you've got 6 of those and then 2 for the vents. And you want it as long as you can get it. And then you just tighten those down till they've got a little bit of tension on them. You don't want to tighten them so bad that they make the poles go oblong. Okay, this is a really nice line. It doesn't have a cover on it. It's really tightly woven. Water doesn't soak into it, and it's got a really good grip to it. And then quick line locks on there. Now for ventilation, you have these big vents on each end, and they've got, I think it's copper wire in there. You just kind of form it. There is mosquito netting on there that you can unzip for the most ventilation. And then it guys out. It's like that. We're very close to the river, so I don't have much room to put the camera back. We have a really nice vestibule door, and it can be zipped from top or bottom. And there's a huge weather flap on it, so you can add more ventilation if you want. great weather cover on that zipper. So we'll just unzip this up since it's 90 degrees. We'll roll this back. You have this big, huge vestibule. So this is a 4-man tent. So you have a vestibule this big on this end and the same on the other end. And you can go through either door to get in there. So you can actually get great cross ventilation. So on a 4-season tent, you would have the ability, the 4-season tent, the inner tent, you can see here, that's why Hilleberg is so cool, is that they have an inner tent and an outer tent, like every double wall tent. But this is suspended by these bungee cords here, and it goes up when the outer goes up. So you can put it up in the rain and put it away in the rain. But on the 4-season tents, you'll see you have this inner tent material, which has a DWR, so it has a water resistant treatment to it. And so if there's any snow splash, it'll hit that and go down. The 3-season tents don't have this backing on the mosquito netting. Now the outer Kerlon is a triple silicone impregnated. So here's the great 4-season tent. We're glamping in it. Has this nice yellow interior, it's cheery. It's got a clothesline drying rack on it. And then it has, so here we can show the mosquito netting. So this just comes down for the mosquito netting, and then I'll open up the back vestibule as well, so we get maximum ventilation in here, and open up that vent as well. So here we are, and it's the next day, and we are heading out, and I forgot to put down some of the basic specs of the tent, and it is a little over 10 pounds in its full packed weight, and that includes the tent, the bag, the poles, the lines, and the stakes. And you can also do a reduced, get rid of the bag and those kind of things and get it down to about 8 pounds. So it's a 4-person tent, 8 pounds. And so if you did it right, so like if you're like say bicycling or something like that, if you divided it out, that's 4 people, that's a couple pounds per person, so it's right in there. So it's a pretty awesome tent, especially for winter type camping and all that kind of stuff. Expeditions, of course. But now we're going to go back to yesterday when we first were setting it up. All right, well, that is the setup, and we are ready to continue relaxing up in this great spot. If you have any questions, please give a comment below, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye now.